Hi, my name's Karen O'Connor and welcome to this episode of the Menopause, Marriage and Motherhood podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Anyway, we were going to talk about your experiences in going back into the dating scene when you were in your 40s, because I remember that was so brave. That was so brave. And you had some serious experiences, because I remember saying to you when you were starting out, like, I'd just stay single if it was me. Like, I just couldn't do it. But you did, and you persisted. You got so much, no, not experience. You got so much education in doing it. Like, not negative, well, quite a lot of negative education, but you got an awful lot of positive education as well. There was some really interesting experiences. Right, so let's start at the beginning, because to me it was really brave that you actually went, no, you know what, I'm going to get back on the dating scene and I'm going to do it online, because that made me go, whoa.
Do you know what? It was a twofold decision. First one, and I've mentioned this in that other call, was that I was convinced I had a good relationship in me. And I'd had a series of between bad and just plain not right relationships, you know. Like my first marriage, it wasn't that it was bad, but it was just never right. It should never have happened in the first place. Simply because I didn't know who I was, and I wasn't, you know, I didn't claim who I was, and neither did he. So we're both lying to each other. And, you know, I figured I had a good one in me. You know, I'm capable of having a good relationship. And the second one was, the reason I chose to go online was because I looked at my life. Where does Kylie go out and meet people? And I don't. Because with my career, I work on my own from home. And when I'm out of the house, I'm dealing with Mr. and Mrs. at their dining room table. I'm not dealing with young 40 to 50-year-old eligible bachelors, because they've got better things to do than to renovate their home. You know, it's either that or they've just done it because they've got the tool belt on. I went to dancing in Port Macquarie, where I was living at the time, and once you've been there 3 times, you've met all the men, and then that's it. And and it doesn't grow from that, because it's being a small town and being Latin dancing not being a massively, you know, popular thing. And it was just like, well, I don't meet people. And I also had realised by this stage that I was not looking for a country boy mentality, despite the fact I was living in the country. You know, I was looking for someone with a much broader experience base. And, you know, so I realised I was looking for someone who tree changed out, or someone who still lived in the city. So it was like, well, I can't meet either of those sorts of people in my current lifestyle. So I've got to do something different. So I'll go online. So that was sort of the reasoning behind what I did. But I also realised that I'd been online before, didn't necessarily enjoy it, other than that initial rush of, oh my God, so many people are interested. But then when you start looking at it, it's going, no, they're not interested. They just, you know, want to see your tits or something. I'd wish when I also need help in order to claim me, be able to express me. And I found a group online to help me just with personal development. But then it turned out that the guy who ran this particular group that really resonated with me also did an online dating group to help women write profiles that reflected who they truly were, and then also how to vet profiles of men that you didn't want and how to deal with that. And then I had done previously a lot of learning on masculine, feminine energies, masculine, feminine communication and stuff like that, because I realized I've had 2 divorces and it wasn't all their fault. You know, there were 2 of us there. So I had to go, all right, well, I was there. So I obviously took part. So what am I doing wrong? So I'd done quite a bit of this work to go, all right, I realized my communication needed work. So I went and just self-studied that and practiced on male friends and studied male friends and all that sort of stuff and ran things by them. So I did a lot of really proactive work to go, who am I? How do I express that? What do I need to work on for me? That's potentially putting up barriers to me having a lovely open relationship. So I had to do a lot of work like that before I even got to online dating. And then having this male mentor who you could get online